right, welcome. We have a new little thing here. We're going to start going over the upcoming races and the drivers, but also we want to have a look at all the new teams and stuff for this season and just make some sort of discussion. But first, some introductions. I'm joined by Dandoob. Are you there, Dandoob?
Don't shake a man.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And is it Jumpy?
Hi, hello.
I know some people pronounce or they silence the J. I'm not sure if that's a preference of yours or not, but my white ass will call you Jumpy.
I'll take either one. It's Jumpy or Juanpi or Juanpi, or I'll take either. I'm used to just like, yeah, I'll I understand when you're talking to me, so I'll take either of them.
And also Miku.
Greetings.
All right, so we're going to have a look through this one and not only look at the new teams and all the teams in the lineups this season, but also just the race that is coming up in like a couple of days, which is, what is that?
Cobalt Sphere and
Cobalt Sphere and Cobalt Globe. Yes, thank you. It's
Cobalt
good.
Sphere is trash.
So if we look at the PlayStation page here, we can see for Cobalt's Globe, we have Dasher Dude is going to be on the field as the Season 1 winner. Oh, Season 3 winner? Yeah, as he's won every season he's been in.
Season 2 doesn't matter, really.
Fastest guy on PlayStation. And look at this lineup. He's got, 5 new drivers that haven't been in the league before will be taking part. So realistically, anything can come from them. And then the next few drivers, we've got Buttons is surprisingly a low-seeded, like a low-ranked player for such a good driver. He has very consistent third places throughout all of his seasons.
Very consistent. You could call it a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dandoob is probably going to place in last, I'm assuming. No, let's be real.
Just to get the tradition going, yeah.
Wow.
No, let's be real. If we look at this, obviously, like, it's a pretty stock standard. I think Dash is going to win it. But if there's ever going to be a race where Dandoob does well, this looks like the good lineup for him.
Pretty much.
Well, too bad I'm not going to race in it.
That's fair. Obviously,
Wow.
you've got... No, well, he's got PC race on the same day, so he does have to pick one. So if he doesn't end up racing, then Fidestic gets in, and Fidestic's insanely good.
True.
The
Like-
domestic is consistent, yeah, and the scary driver.
Like, all these top drivers from the previous seasons do have to wait, except for Dasher Dude and Buttons, because they have just got that lower seed. So, yeah, realistically, I think this is just a clear Dasher Dude win, but I don't think that really matters who he's up against, because he does just win most of the time anyway.
Also, Power Pipes or for Bastico is just really good.
Yeah.
Really showed up.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see him,
last
because he's a PC player that's just switched over to also on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Let's see how he faces the lag and stuff and the delay of the console. I'm struggling lately because I've played too much PC.
He probably won't make it into this one as long as all the other drivers show up, just because his seed is low. But hopefully we'll be able to see him in race 2 or 3, depending on how the seeds move.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Also, I don't think the new guys should be. I don't think the new guys should be like
Ignored.
I don't know the word. No, like overlooked.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I've seen a few of Dragon Powers of Dragon P's streams, and he's quite good. So
yeah. Oh, and we saw last
last
season there was some new drivers that just absolutely blew up.
Yeah.
Like I Am Socks, it was his first season. I think he won his first race.
Stole that podium from me.
Yeah.
I got second in the race where second couldn't get you the invite.
So yeah. I mean, we've proven that I Am Socks can at least beat Dandoob, so that says something.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
All right, we'll move on to Xbox. Now, Xbox has a huge lineup, 25 drivers. That means Roro
Old
could.
faces.
That means even with like all 20, like even with a full grid of new drivers in both races, Roro could still miss out for 2 races.
Yeah, true.
Yes, technically, totally.
But yeah,
Lots of familiar PC faces or names.
Yeah. So with Maurice, Joda, and Miku, obviously.
Let's go, Maurice. Maurice is winning the season. This is his season. Let's go. This is his season.
He has
He's
such
gonna
a
win it
big
all.
following. But if we look at our like top 12 seeds, there's only like 2 names that really stand out in the top 12. Oh, and Beisel. Sorry. So there's 3 names that I'd say stand out here. Everyone else is either new or just consistently a low finisher.
Yeah.
I think
Was
Charlotte.
Arrow the one? Oh, yeah.
No, you go. Arrow. Yeah.
Oh, was Arrow the one trick like doing flips with a monster truck last season?
Yeah. He took the monster truck last
Oh.
season. Which really
Okay.
tanked his global ranking, which has fortunately put him in here. So I guess, it's benefited. Because he did all right.
Yeah,
in
but
the
it
first
wasn't
season.
fun though.
You should bump him up a few points just for that.
Yeah.
He's going to be in a real car this
That's
season,
fine.
so that's good.
What car?
I'll be real. Shubi does so much of the admin work, I have no idea what anyone is driving.
Oh, the mystery.
Charlotte proved herself quite decent last season. I think she ended up getting a podium before the season was over, which was really good.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
Beisel out of nowhere won the whole season. So
Weiser is consistent.
he's
A very
Good.
big threat in online races. I met him while he skipped on me on a few races, and I told him, "Hey, wanna join this tournament? It's a fun thing." I didn't bring him here. Maurice actually, I think, made it that he is joining the server, and now he's here. First last season. I like to see.
If there's anyone that doesn't make it though, it looks like Gore's first up to go in, and Gore is like he's not quite up there with Gunnar and Roro and stuff, but against this lineup, if he's in this race, he has a really good shot at winning.
He's consistent. He has the power. He has the skill, and
He has the shit box.
He's definitely a threat with his new car.
He's
I
in-
know for a fact he doesn't drive the El Camino anymore,
No,
I'm not sure actually.
Now.
but I think
Contact.
he's trying out a new car, and I hope it favors him for the positive this season.
El
really
Camino
excited to
deserves
see
so much more love. Like Garion was so good in it, and I was really looking forward to seeing him use it until it got his skin got banned, and he's never touched that car since.
Oh,
So-
true. Yeah.
No.
Seeing Gore drive the El Camino has always been really nostalgic to me. Just to be like, yes, someone's finally driving it, someone drives it, and now he's not even doing that. It's like, come on, man, that's your thing.
Cowards.
That's your
All of them.
vibe.
Make some dodgy car your whole personality and enter the tournament with it, right, Dandu?
Yes. I totally agree with both of my cars.
I mean, I'm kind of doing that too with track manga and betting.
One crazy thing I noticed when I was seeding the drivers for the season earlier, like 3 hours ago, we've got the race in 2 days, and I was like, crap, I forgot to do this. But one thing I noticed is Beisel's actually got a better PPR than both Gunnar and Roro. So I really overlooked him until the finale. Didn't even consider him a contender for first place in the finale. I was like, yeah, obviously he's going to make the finale. He's a good driver. But I hadn't considered the idea of him winning. All season, I was like, it's Gunnar or Roro will win this. And then he wins it. And it turns out he's got better stats than both of them anyway.
Yep. Gunnar and Roro are good. Very good. And very decent. But I think but they're last season, I think they got dragged down a bit by the track selection and the car selection they got. They didn't quite fit, especially in the finale, because it was a more speed-based car, and both had bar boost, I think, and they kind of got dragged down.
Didn't Beisel win it in a mini?
Yeah,
Yes.
he won in the Countryman.
The peak of British engineering wins again.
Yeah, I gotta love the console leagues car selections always.
Oh, I know. It's always
You can
it
see
is
it's not
unique.
as try hard as PC. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Even their top
Yeah,
drivers
it's-
drive just like cars they like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm really excited
next.
to see some cars.
All right, let's look at the PC things. All these rosters changed. It's insane. First up, we got Wild
Nice
Riders,
logo.
the season champions. Yeah, new logo.
It's the furries.
Honestly, I think I
Furries.
preferred their last logo. I think their last logo looked a lot more serious, and this one is a little less serious. That's just
Well,
my
they
theory.
want. They don't have to be serious anymore.
I mean, didn't they split the team? So
Yeah. they
of
split,
course
yeah.
they're not. They're less serious now.
But did they split the team? Because their new drivers they brought in, Happy, Ty, Mog, and Luberg, are all really good Masters League drivers.
Alpha, Kairos, and Crux are the
really
half
good.
of the team. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like these
And
are
Alpha.
just good level drive. Alpha's insanely good. Kairos is really good. Like these are like top tier. Like despite the fact that they're not rated in the top 10, they easily could get to the top 10 if it wasn't for the fact that the console guys kind of get their stats buffed by racing against weaker drivers.
Weaker people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Because the PC is such a competitive league, these top 20 drivers are just as good as the top 5 console drivers. But yeah,
Y'all are a bunch of tryhards.
Alpha's
I
insane.
mean, yeah, we are.
Kairos is just
Imagine try.
Kairos is as good a driver as he is a nice person. And I've only raced Mog a couple of times online, and he's just as good as anyone else from the Masters League server. Those guys are all cracked, and yeah, sure they can split into 2 teams. I don't think that's going to hinder
Mog's-
them at all.
Yeah, Mog really flies with his power rocket, and Ty is just a time trial, just god. It's just
Yeah,
He's
he puts
good
in the
at time
effort to
trialing.
get perfect lines. Yeah,
He's good at time trialing, but publics still aren't really a friend of him. I see it a lot if I race against him.
I think it's pretty fair to say that
okay.
Wild Riders are probably still the favorite this season, especially with all the shakeups the other teams have had.
probably.
Yeah. We'll
On
see that.
Yeah, I'd say
to
so.
the Syndicate. Syndicate's
A
been rebranded. Like they've rebranded hard. They lost 4 drivers?
They lost the roots. They lost the roots. Yeah.
They
They
lost
lost
Joda,
Half of the team.
Miku, Den Mirison, and Smoke all left, which that's 3 of the founding members leaving the team. The 3 founding members leaving the team. So they've rebranded.
No more.
Kami's now leading the team. Gambler and Mickey have stuck around, of course, and then they brought in a few new drivers. Animax is a huge pickup for any team.
Definitely.
He's been dropping in his stats have been dropping, and he's just looks like he's getting worse. But I think it's just more of a case of everyone else is just getting better and more competitive, and he's not going as hard as he was at the start of season 1. But he's still a contender.
I think he's just sad that he lost his team. It's just that depression hitting his skill level.
He's always fighting for a podium. Like it's never a case of Animax at the back of the pack. He's always there for a spot. It was a shock that he didn't get an invite to the finale last season, because I genuinely thought that he would. And he did the first 2 seasons, I'm pretty sure. And then Power
No, I
Pipes.
think second season he didn't made it either.
Again,
Because,
probably. a
RDO
close one.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah, already the things.
Power Pipes is another just good level driver. He almost salvaged things for the drones when he joined them.
Yes.
And yeah, he's got really nice stats and everything. Garnables, he's only ever raced in Diora 2. So
The best hand in the car in the game.
so naturally his stats are automatically hindered by that. But at the same, I've heard that if you put him in a real car, which he's in a real car this season, that he's insane. He's just as good as any of the top drivers. But that's
definitely.
that's pure word of mouth. I haven't actually seen him on the track.
He did well in the
Akira
720S.
Akira is a pretty decent driver. I think he almost took one event at one point. So
Yeah, I was in front of him.
and then
that was season 2.
obviously Kami's insane. Like this guy came out of nowhere last season. He was just the new recruit for Syndicate, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Syndicate's got a new guy." And then he was there, podium. I think he got second in like the first race, or third in the first race. And then Gambler's always been a consistently good driver, and Mickey, he's normally like a mid to back of the pack driver, but then sometimes just becomes first out of nowhere. So, like,
he has his moments.
Yeah, when it's a track that he knows, a track that his car can flex on, he's just as dominant as any other Syndicate member. This is a really good lineup for a team.
Mickey shouldn't definitely be underestimated. He is a powerhouse on itself. If he really gets the time and effort to put in the track, he's definitely unstoppable.
Well, yeah,
we've seen that in season 2 Infinite Track.
Yeah, who expected that? Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Syndicate's got their 4 invites. Maybe they'll get a 5th with Smoke." And then Mickey was like, "It's me. I have the invite." And yeah, it was crazy. He won by a lot too.
Yeah, I think Rigamoto. I think it was Rigamoto that favored him really because the speed and the wiggling technique he found it for Infinity Track really favored him in the positive way.
Yeah. That car is so good on straights.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right, next team we have here, Riptide. I had left a border on that. That's gross.
Riptide.
Oh yeah. So I guess we'll just address the elephant in the room. The team has lost Corpseless and picked up 3 new drivers in Ashdude, Stargazer, and Miku. Obviously losing Corpseless hurts, right? Like that's definitely gonna affect the. Well, how many races did Riptide get first place in last season? I just feel like that'll go down. But at the same time, it's not like the team doesn't win without him. It's not like the team can't do well. You know, you still got good drivers in here. Soul Crusher's great. I don't think his global rank reflects just how good a driver he is. And then Miku is a huge pickup. Well, what possessed you to join Riptide?
Stolen from Syndicate, yeah.
First, I thought that I actually wanted to retire season 4. But for whatever reason, I was like, but it's boring without competing. And then I was Soul asked a few weeks before, hey, whatever you're gonna do in season 4, you could have a spot in Riptide. We have a few other participants who want to join, and it was like, yeah, I thought a day over it, and then was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna join. I'm here. I'm gonna race with you guys. I'm gonna help you out. I'm here.
Join your German brethren.
I think that this is a really good opportunity for the rest of Riptide to show that they're not a one-man team, that they are just genuinely good drivers who can do well. And they're not going to be putting in the same driver for the majority of races.
Yeah, exactly. We kind of got it. It was kind of sadly evident that we kind of got carried on points by all the corpse victories.
Yeah.
And yeah, among most of us, we didn't really have good performances. Like, I think I raced 6 times and I got like 2 5ths, and now those were my best performances.
Yeah. And the thing
Same
is,
with
Corpseless getting first every single time, like you could get away with that. Like you could realistically get away with finishing bottom 5, and it's fine because your team's getting the massive 15 points every time. Now you guys are going to have to put in. You guys can't accept failure. You have to put in the work. And I think that's good because you're all capable drivers. And without that crutch, it's going to push you guys to do better.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I think we got better cars. We got a really good selection this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so got Jesco. What do you mean?
Yeah, of course we got Jesco. And, Senna, Synchro, Miko's keeping his track manga. So
Who got the Jesco?
Yeah. Soul.
So it was
Paul
Sol.
was sick of dying because
Yeah, no, that's
he got
good.
screwed over past season, and he was like, "Yeah, just let's go on CS:GO.
I'm so happy that Sol got it. Honestly,
Soul is a coward. He should have stick with Rip Rod or Foam in a flashback. I do not care. He is a coward.
nah.
The thing is,
He's a captain now. He has to step up and represent. And I think that he's doing a good job of that. He's gonna be a dominant force this season, considering he's got a very good car. He hasn't got he's not a good driver in a mediocre car. He's a good driver in a great car. So now he can, every single bit of skill he's got can be shown. He's never going to be held back by his vehicle.
He's gonna show this season what powerhouse he really is.
Yeah, finally. Maybe he even. I mean, I hope he makes it to the finale this time, because it's been 2 seasons that he missed it by really little, honestly.
Yeah. He's really got a few podiums under his belt, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we have BHR. This team does not die.
Yeah, the unkillable team. Yeah.
We've got fourth, and fourth through all their seasons.
Yeah.
They keep coming fourth, and it's been like a struggle, a fight. And the lineup doesn't really change. Oh, actually, it has changed a bit, because now it's Norton and Shuby are the only original members left.
You're gone too.
Yeah.
That's Maurice.
They've got Maurice, which is cool. Maurice has fit really nicely in the team. So is Ivan. Ivan is a phenomenal driver with a terrible internet connection. So that makes him a little bit of a glass cannon. But then look at this new pickup they've got. They've got Jota, of all drivers.
They actually picked up Jota. Yeah, definitely.
That's
definitely the best driver in my opinion. So definitely a best
He's
addition they could ever gotten. Yeah.
I don't think we have to worry this season. I don't think Black Art Racing has to worry about whether or not they're going to finish fourth. I think they can shoot for a top spot.
If Ivan really can fix his internet this season still,
yeah,
he's going to be a menace.
So Ivan was only in the last 2 or 3 races of the season, I think, where BHR was really struggling to reach 4th place. And then as soon as Ivan got in and started racing, BHR's points skyrocketed, and they got a very comfortable 4th. He genuinely saved the team, because the team was just not coping without him. And I think they were down. 2 of their drivers just didn't race all season. So Norton, Shuby, and Maurice were doing basically all the work, and just they were getting exhausted. I think Norton raced 9 races last season or something like that.
He did.
Yeah, we even took it as a meme that BHR was a 2 or 3 man team the entire season.
Yeah, and then suddenly Ivan shows up and just starts taking names and winning races.
Destroys everything.
It was good. And now they've got Jota on top of that. I think it's really good for the team just to be able to really, instead of aiming to not lose, they can try and aim for winning now.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yay.
I want this team to do well, obviously. It's my team, man.
Same.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone wants to do it.
And it's the oldest team it's the only original team left now.
Yep.
Back in my day, there used to be a Neostorm.
Yeah.
And a racing drone team.
Back in my day, racing drones were the top team.
Oh, yeah.
True.
All right.
Speaking of Jota.
Yeah. Jota's been in, 2 winning teams so far. So that's pretty good.
Yes.
All right. On to Rally Monsters. This
That's
looks
the other
like...
half of Wild Riders.
Yeah, there's a bit of Wild Riders. I think it's only 1 driver from Wild Riders, isn't it? It's only RJ. Everyone else, it's like the remnants of, what's the other one that we lost? Speedholics.
Yeah.
Chase and Garion have been inseparable since season 1. They've been on the same team every single season, no matter how many times we kill their team. And Cetus is just so beloved by the community ever since he got thrown into space for an entire season.
Yitos!
Yeah.
And then we look at their new drivers. Nader obviously was a big contender for Street League. Just constantly high level performances. Emily is a major track designer. I haven't actually seen her race though. And so Tumney follows me on Twitter, I guess. No. So Tumney is one of the modders in the community. So hopefully we don't see any of that.
I think he won the last Master League, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow, that's good.
He's definitely not to be underestimated. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And obviously RJ is just a really good driver. The one issue I have here,
take the monster truck.
Yeah.
Hungarian and RG in the monster truck. Let's see how that favors them.
Yeah,
I want them to win. They deserve to win.
Look, I've seen RJ in the monster truck, and he's just as good in that as any other driver in a regular car. Like, he's insane, and genuinely, if he's in that monster truck, I cannot keep up with him. He drives it so well. But at the same time, if someone rams him, he's off the track because for whatever reason,
that is not true.
They weigh paper.
Yeah, if he manages to not die, he's gonna get away. It's really hard to catch him.
I'm actually I really hope that for their team track this season, they've picked something that has a barrier path so that the monster trucks can go through it. Because they're allowed to do that. You're allowed to make a racetrack with one path that is blocked by barriers that is for monster trucks. As long as it's correctly balanced.
Let's follow them.
Yeah, exactly. You can follow them.
Let's all get behind them.
But I think that would be really cool if their home track was something that, you know, had some traps that affect cars and not monster trucks.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see monster trucks in Acceleron League. It's crazy. Like, it's been available for a season and no one wanted to touch them. So good to see this one madman. And I think that's everything. That's all the teams and all the drivers and everything.
Wait, what? The best one, the most important one.
All right, we got one more. We got BSB, the Bone Shaker Bash.
Let's go! Bone Shaker Bash in season 4. Let's go!
A decent lineup, though.
Is it?
I mean, they got Apefix, they got Den with the Flash coming back.
They've got Den, but Den's the only driver that's like a top 50 proven driver.
Don't sleep on the rest of them, man. We got Afax, the Cadillac King. We got Jarl, who's for some reason really good at the bump around. We got Red Raptor. I haven't seen him race though, but Dan told me he's good, so I'm going to believe him. And we got Pez.
I think Red Raptor has consistently finished fourth, exactly fourth in every race he's been in, or something like that.
I mean, that's good enough, obviously.
Pretty decent. And then JC is really good for just like getting attention for your team. He's very popular.
I don't know.
I
don't know how I got him onto the team.
Yeah, that's amazing. I was sure that with Neostorm dying that JC'd be out.
I just told Dan to like message JC, and next day I just see him in the server with the role.
Wait, you're not admin on your own server? What the fuck?
Yes. I'm not admin.
Oh god.
Dan is like he's like co-captain.
So with Dan Doob, I'm going to be honest. I think you had a really good opportunity to maybe do something good in Acceleron League, and then you've hindered yourself by picking a terrible vehicle. And
yes, I know, but
I feel like you've also hindered.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, what vehicle did you get Dan to pick?
I didn't get him to pick anything. He just wanted Flash. So I just.
Yeah, Flash? That's all right. I thought there was someone on your team driving Barjar Bone Shaker.
He left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what a shame.
That's all right, because
Barjar
Bone Shaker would probably hinder your team a little bit more than, you know, the obvious already Bone Shaker.
Baja Bone Shaker is like the best bone shaker in the game. Do not at me.
I mean,
still sucks, though.
Yeah, it's not really much of a competition, is it? So,
Yeah.
at a guess, who do we think what team we reckon is taking the first race for Cobalt Sphere?
BSB, we're gonna win it all. Just for first places all round throughout the season. Just first place, first place, first place. Just complete sweep.
Complete sweep.
I have two guesses actually. Either if they send if BHR sends Joda, there's a high chance he's gonna finish first.
Yeah.
And depending on which second driver they're gonna send. And the more solid choice, in my opinion, will be either Wild Riders or Syndicate, because look at them, they're powerhouses.
Yeah.
Zero confidence in yourself, dude. What?
Yeah,
You're taking the race, dude. You're gonna win it.
I kind of agree with the Joda statement. Like, Joda has won this track every time he's been on it, I think, except for with Corpseless. Like, Corpseless and Joda have always fought for this track every time it's come up. I think this is just his track. He's just really good at it. But if he's not on the field, then yeah, I think it might be a Wild Riders track just for their consistently great drivers. But it can be anyone's. Like, obviously with Den, Den's good at this. He's never finished like 12th on this track in the league before, has he?
Yeah, because he was last minute add because I was sick on the day where I could have subbed and I couldn't really race, and then we tried to find a other attendant, and then just said, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do with 0 practice, and that didn't quite favor
Yeah, it did not work out, especially with a new car. But hopefully we can do. Hopefully he does get in. I don't know. Dandu, give us a heads up.
I believe in you.
Who's racing, Dandu? Which BSB drivers can we expect to see?
Well, it's going to be Den and me, because I don't want to subject any other driver to that track. It is god awful. For some reason, Den wanted to do it though, so yeah.
I think the community genuinely agrees that it is a good track, and your statement that it is a bad track actually says more positive for the track than anything else.
Well, yeah, there you go. There's your compliment of the track.
Genuinely, if you hate something, 9 times out of 10, it's a good thing. And if you like it, it usually sucks.
So,
Wait, what?
He's always wrong. He's just so good at being wrong.
Well, obviously, yes.
You really shouldn't have endorsed your own team.
oh no, shit! Oh god damn it! Okay, I can't. PSB is gonna win the season. They're gonna sweep the thing. They're definitely gonna win. PSB is definitely winning.
Who?
Definitely, yeah. But who's gonna take it on Xbox? They got a completely different track from us.
Yeah, they have the. I still think it's probably gonna be Bisel's race there. I don't think and the other drivers. I think there's just too many other new drivers for that one. And I think Bisel is going to have a pretty easy time just based on the number of new recruits. As we saw last season, new recruits generally don't do so well on their first race. They pick up somewhere around race 5 or 6 through the season when they're a little more adapted to it, because most of the time they don't wiggle.
Yep.
Anyway, that is everything. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. We might try and do one of these each week before each race. Obviously not as long because we don't have to review every driver that's come in and all the new teams, just who's going to win each one. But this was super fun. It's been good hanging out with you guys for the last half hour.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Feel free to link me your channels that I'll link in the description below.
I already linked my channel.
Good luck on the track.
I'll need it.
Same.
Actually, yeah, Riptide, who's racing? Are we telling anyone?
Oh yeah, who's
Miku's one of them.
I'm only one of them, the rest won't be told.
That's fair.
Oh.
Exciting. I hope that everyone's sending in their
I'm
best.
not racing.
Ooh. Nor am I.
You will not be seeing Black Manta yet. Yeah.
You know, actually, it was going to be funny because when a spot opened up for BSB, I was going to message Dendu and be like, can I be like a secret 7th driver? and he'd already recruited a red raptor, and I was like,
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Surprise ruined, yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. You can have red raptor. That's fine. All right.
Wait, you wanted to join?
Yeah, as a bit of a meme, just a surprise little.
Oh, I would have taken you then. You should have said something sooner.
Dude, I went to bed. Toxic quit. You recruited Raptor. I woke up. It was such a fast turnover. I didn't have time. Anyway, we'll see you all next week. We'll see you all. I don't know when I'm posting this. Probably the day before the race or something, like the day before the race airs. But
so tomorrow. Oh, never mind.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
We'll see you all at the race time, whenever that is, and then we'll see you all again for the next one of these in a week's time.
Definitely.
Maybe with some different faces. Just depends who's awake when I message everyone at 1 a.m. going, who wants to record?
Exactly.
Record what?
Whoever's available, yeah.
All right. Bye.